Hi, my name is Colleen Gallagher, and this is a podcast about the future of virtual reality technology and the ethical concerns that come with it. So, what is VR? If you haven't already heard of it, virtual reality is a technology that lets a person feel as though they're in a virtual world. It used to be just online video games like World of Warcraft or Grand Theft Auto, but now virtual worlds can be more immersive through headsets and other gaming consoles. These products are being created by companies such as Oculus Rift, Sony, and Google, to name a few. From personal experience, I can say that this technology is pretty amazing. I worked at a 3D software company that had their own virtual reality cave. I was able to pick up and look at products in a virtual store, witness a car crash, and even feel what it is like to be inside of a beating heart. VR has been hugely popular in the gaming industry, but we are now seeing a big shift towards social media. I'm sure everyone is quite familiar with this one. I myself can't go a single day without using one form of it, and I'm definitely not alone. Facebook, one of the most popular social media websites, has about 1.32 billion daily active users. This probably isn't surprising, but did you know? That's right, Facebook bought Oculus Rift, a major virtual reality company, and this event is a huge indicator of what is to come down the road. Social media will now be even more realistic and immersive than just a status update or a like. People will be represented by avatars, having interactions in real time in the virtual world. As Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg explains, people will be sharing life experiences virtually rather than just pictures or text. Zuckerberg and his team have even introduced demos of what this would look like.
First live demo in VR. All right. We are in virtual reality right here at Oculus Connect. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Mark, it's great to see you.
Hey Mark.
You guys too. You know, your avatars look a lot better than the last time that you showed me.
Yeah, we actually have faces now and bodies, and we even look like ourselves.
Yeah, you know, even though you're cartoons, it's pretty amazing that our minds can just automatically understand the facial expression, so I can understand what you're feeling right now.
Right. So we can actually make eye contact. Our mouths move when we talk, so we know who's speaking in the room. I can even make expressions. I can smile. I can look surprised. Oh. I can look confused.
You're making those sound effects right now.
That's me. I can even laugh if you say something funny. Here, take a look at your own avatar.
Whoa, why did you make me look like a young version of Justin Timberlake?
So it's pretty cool, right? But I gotta admit, I find it a little creepy. You might now ask, well, why does this matter? With any new technology, there are always ethical concerns. These two technologies by themselves have a lot, and when combined, the issues intensify. My goal with this podcast is to explain some current ethical issues with Facebook and predict what will happen when combined with VR. My discussion will include avatars, privacy, and data manipulation. So let's talk about avatars. As seen in the video demo, they are virtual representations of people. Mark wasn't so happy with his, because he thought he looked like a young Justin Timberlake. I don't really see the problem with that, but all kidding aside, the way in which someone is represented virtually has a huge impact on how they view themselves and how they react. Designers and engineers have the responsibility to choose how people are represented, specifically how real they are and what potential biases these designers might subconsciously include. For example, as often already seen in the media, minorities are underrepresented in VR and reinforce discrimination and stereotypes. In addition to the inaccuracy, accuracy can also have a negative effect. Facebook will make the use of avatars more common. As avatars become more accurate and people use them more in their daily lives, this may create a deeper connection between the virtual and the real self. We might then feel more compelled to put our lives online. We already do this so much with the constant updates. but the use of avatars will make it feel like an extension of ourselves, and thus we'll be more than eager to have more interactions online. As the capabilities and accuracy of avatars increase, the more our virtual world seems like real life, and the more your avatar feels like you. The comfort that we feel in an online environment connects to issues with privacy. We already know that we need to be careful when it comes to posting personal information online. We know the threat exists, that hackers, companies, and even the government can get access to this information too. With the use of avatars, even more personal information is digitalized. Instead of just sharing your meal on Instagram and exchanging likes and comments, virtual conversations with emotional reactions and even eye tracking can be recorded. You might say, so what? Well, with VR, you'll be putting everything out there, and you'll be able to hide even less. If you think of the trouble many already get into nowadays with social media in terms of pornographic pictures and racist comments, just imagine how it will escalate once this technology advances. Not to mention how this could easily turn into a 1984 scenario with Big Brother always watching. On the other hand, Facebook can also use this data to make a profit. Picture this, you're wearing your VR headset and experiencing the virtual world of Facebook. An ad for a purse pops up. Facebook will be able to track how long your eyes stare at the product and sell this data to companies for profit. From there, companies might be able to access your contact information and might try to sell you this purse that you may have looked at for an extra second longer. It's like sales calls, except even more invasive and more annoying. As we become more involved with this technology, there is a greater possibility that we as users can be influenced by its creators. As more interactions take place online, the more a person can be influenced by online content. We trust the internet, especially social media, to be an accurate source of information. Did you consider that Google and Facebook have the power to manipulate the data that you see on your screen when you make a search? They are known as gatekeepers because they have this power. For example, Facebook was able to affect the moods of 689,000 people for a week simply by changing their news feeds. And this editing information is more for their monetary gain than it is for your well-being. The government could also potentially be manipulating you through this representation of information, and the use of friendly avatars only helps their cause. The information that they decide for you is the only information that you will see, which also relates back to the decisions of designers. They have the power to make the virtual world whatever they want, and you as the user will deal with the consequences. In addition, there are filter bubbles which also manipulate data, but instead through algorithms that determine the user's likes and dislikes based on previous online interactions. Algorithms are a set of guidelines written by programmers that a computer follows to complete a task. In this case, the task would be finding out your previous searches for, say, rubber ducks, and editing your Facebook newsfeed with ads and articles about said rubber ducks. Could be nice to have a more personalized experience, but with this comes a narrow range of information. Again, this is exacerbated by the use of avatars in virtual worlds to edit your perception. Lastly, a relevant topic is the occurrence of cyber balkanization. Sounds like a scary word, but in reality, it's pretty simple. This is when users are confined to virtual worlds that align with views and beliefs that they share, as a result of filter bubbles, gatekeepers, or even personal choice. For example, if you have the tendency to like posts that have a liberal view of politics, then your newsfeed will continue to only show posts with the same liberal views. There will be a significant decrease in posts that share more conservative views. Because of this, we only get to see opinions that match our own and aren't forced to consider differing viewpoints, which is important for your society as a whole. VR will add a more social component to this, as you'll be meeting with other avatars face to face, and this means that you'll be less likely to go outside your virtual comfort zone. So what do these ethical concerns mean for you and me? Well, first, it is important that we as consumers are mindful of the current issues and how they will change as these two technologies merge. It is ultimately up to the lawmakers to create policies that protect the user, especially when it comes to data and privacy rights. Additionally, more research needs to be done as new VR tech is created. Although I've spent a majority of this podcast warning you of the dangers of VR and social media, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't use either. I definitely will. There are concerns with every new technology. The user just needs to be aware.